Okay, so we are live now, and I am calling on all of you to uh, give us a little bit of understanding why this international corner is in English. The reason is very simple. Uh, we would like that through this international corner to bring among us, so in possible understanding and if better in a common understanding of all it's about l'ere, new movement, le visiere, to all our international friends. We would like to explain them a little bit about who we are, why do we exist, and why new movement, l'ere, le visiere, is a necessary entity in Albania, a necessary entity for the future of Albania. Why we believe that by being part of this initiative, each one of us is trying to build a new possibility, a new way of thinking and acting and doing things in our country, or not, Christina?
Yes, actually, this is why we thought of giving the name New Movement in the first place. It's not like we are um, just a new movement, just another new movement in Albania. We are a new movement in the way we think, we behave, and we do things about our country. Uh, if we see back, if we go back in time to the history of Albania, generally the political parties are here seen as a way that people can profit. They can find a place, uh, they can find their profits, they can find a work, a job, or whatever. They can profit from them. It's not seen like a, a tool to help you do something better for your own country. This is why we thought of giving the name New Movement in the first place.
Okay, we are starting today. What day is today?
Yes, it's a very important day for us. It's the National Independence Day of Albania, 28th of November. So this is a very good symbol for us to start this corner, international corner. In fact,
So we believe that today we give the whole symbolics of a nation with a very noble history, with a good history of patriots not fighting to conquest but to protect. A nation of good patriots who have been always uh, heroically fighting, heroically fighting for their homes, for their compatriots, for their families, but they never attacked anybody. So we are one of the few nations in the whole world that we don't have even a single war. And we have to be proud of that. Even a single war trying to invade somebody else, one of our neighbors.
we were always the invaded ones.
We have been always uh, part of a history where uh, different countries, powers, kingdoms, or empires have been attacking and conquesting our country and our lands. So today we celebrate heroes who have fallen, who have fallen uh, for their country, for their land, for their families, and it's a very noble cause. It's a very noble cause to fight for protecting good things. Yes or no?
Yes, of course. We should all honor them just because of the fact that everything they did it not for themselves, but they did for the whole country, for the whole community, and for the whole nation. Uh, these people are the people who, in fact, uh, managed to write their names in history, let's say. They are not just passengers. They don't come to this life and they just come and go. They just don't live like a normal life. So that's why we should all honor them for what they did, and not just honor them. We should continue to go on and follow their footsteps. And this is what we're actually doing, I think.
I'm curious, Christina. Then let me ask you.
Yes.
Uh, you are now from almost 3 years part of
New movement.
Learn a new movement, this new political party. So, what would you tell to somebody who meets you for the first time? Why are you here? So, how did you come in Albania, and how did you come and became part of
Of this
this thing? So,
new
how
movement.
would you explain to somebody who never met you, who never saw you, who never heard anything about Lure, new movement, the Viziere? So, how would you explain it?
How would I explain that?
Yes, how would you explain it?
Very, very good question. So it all started 3 years ago. I was back in Turkey. I've been living there. I had been living there for about 8 years. And at the time, I was scrolling down on Facebook. It was the time of pandemics, and a video just came by, and I was listening. Like, okay, let's hear what this man is talking about. And I heard you, who were talking in the corner of hope, and I said, "Wow, do we have this kind of people in Albania? Do we still have people thinking this way?" It was very strange for me, but I really liked what we were saying and what you were talking about. So I said, like, why not contact the person? So I wanted to contact and get in touch. So I contacted, and I asked some questions, and you explained. It was very interesting, and then I said, like, why not go? Why not go to my own country and do something for my own country? Now, I had been working as an English teacher back in Turkey, and I said, like, why have to stay in a foreign country when I can go to my own country and do something, not for myself, but for the society? And then I decided to come to Albania. I left everything back there, and it was all of a sudden. And all of my friends and relatives, they were all saying, "You're crazy! Like, how are you going to leave your life behind and come back here?" And I said, "Yeah, this is definitely why I should do it, because it was like a call. Like I could feel that this was the right thing for me." And so I decided to come back. I come back here. At the time, it was February 2021. It was the last days of February, and on the 1st of March, I come to this office for the first time. 1st March of 2021. I meet with you, and there were some other members of the party. It was very, very interesting, and but I felt really good. I could feel the energy. It was a very good thing. Then it all started like this. Then we had I forgot the word in English. Um, the electoral campaign of 2021. And at the time, I was in Vlora together with a group of members of the new movement. Uh, it was also very beautiful to see, because I think it's the first time in Albania that a political party does such a wonderful campaign. We went to every village, to every neighborhood. We tried to, at least, and meet people and talk to them ourselves, listen to them. It was very interesting for me, because it was something I had never done before. To hear what their problems were, what they wanted to, their opinions, what they wanted to say, and it was a very good experience. because I learned what the problems of the people were, some of the things that I didn't even know. But also, one of the most important things that I forgot to mention is that we were the first political party in the history of Albania to be formed only with the signatures of the Albanian citizens. We managed to gather 6,435 signatures,
Mhm.
and it was a very good thing. Actually, I didn't do anything about it because at the time that I came, you had managed to gather all the signatures, but it was a very good feeling to know that the people of this political party I was going to participate in, they did this kind of thing. So it was a very amazing experience. Then after the electoral campaign, after the elections, we had a gathering here in this office again, and the people who decided to continue, they were all staying here, and we all talked and said that we were not only another political party in Albania. We always used to say the elections at the time, they were in the 25th of April of 2021, and we always used to say we are the political party of the 26th of April 2021, which is also another interesting fact. So I decided and I said, I'm going to stay here in Albania and I will do something for the country. I will be part of this political party. And at that time, I started my volunteer work here in this office. And since then, it's been 3 years, and it's been an amazing experience every day, learning and growing. For me, it's been a very, very good experience, the best of my life.
Okay, then naturally I would ask why a new political party? Because after 1990, Albania had this student movement which brought to a popular movement for democracy and freedom and political pluralism. And then we had so many political parties being created and coming to the political scene of Albania. Uh, if you'd hear Albanians,
Yes.
you would say that there are many parties. There are so many parties that people get confused. Why one more? And why do you find yourself to this one more party? Why?
Oh, great questions. And very hard to answer, I guess, but I will try to. Um, yes, it's very true that here we have many political parties, and maybe for the citizens who don't know us, we can just be one more in this political party history of Albania. But we have a very different way of thinking and a very different vision from the other parties. The first thing is that all of us are people who have never been into politics before, are normal citizens, people who have lived in Albania or maybe living abroad, and we have all came here to do something to bring a change to Albania. All the other political parties, they were just um, just one more stone, let's say. We're not trying to do that. They just they didn't bring anything new to the table, let's say. But the way that the LRE, the new
Lere.
movement,
You just
LRE,
need to learn people how to say
saying
Lere.
LRE, okay,
Yeah.
the LRE new movement, is that we have in the center of our values, we have the human. That's why we say we are the human right. Not like human rights party, but human rights.
The right with the human face.
Yes.
The right
Yes, the
with
right
with
wing
the
political
human
party
face.
with a human face. So I think this is very important for Albania, and I want all the friends who are watching us from abroad to understand it in the best way possible. And also, we believe that since we are a right wing party, we believe in in God, in family and in the rights of the property. I think that in Albania, okay, we had the Democratic Party, as you said, after the 90s, but the people who were who were the ruling the party, who were the head masters of the party, they were descendants from the socialist
From a
communist party of Albania. So how can that be, right? People who were part of that, the Communist Party of Albania, being the headquarters of the Democratic Party, who was established. That's why this was the thing that was missing in Albania, a real democratic wing party. That's why I think that the LRI is the LRI new movement. It's very, very important.
Well, I would add that there is even more. There is even more because politics is now an instrument being used by those who have been always powerful. And they keep playing the game in such a way that always power remains in their hands. So they change handlers, but they keep the same hands and they keep the power. Same hands keep the power, they just change the name of the handlers. And they create the illusion that political pluralism and democracy and freedom gives the power to the people. But that's not true.
Yes.
And we have seen that after the wall of Berlin fall, we've seen that after the communism fall, the communist dictatorship fall in Albania down, we have seen that the main political actors introducing themselves as the new alternatives, new pluralist alternatives. They all were part of this handling
Yes.
the game for the same hands. So they have been handling the game for the same hands, and the power kept being controlled by the same centers of power, by the same people who used to uh, rule under the communist dictatorship. So, how would we explain that? Is that we've seen that the game was so much sophisticated, but even suffocating.
Yes.
So we had a sophisticated and suffocating game against democracy and freedom and political pluralism and against the ability of citizens to get their will being expressed, represented. The power didn't go to the people, the power remained to the same small group of people,
Yes.
to the same hands of a small group of people. So we had many parties, but most of the parties were just handlers. But we had only a few hands maintaining power and control over everything. So almost every political alternative, every political party, every new structure that we have seen, all the new structures we have seen being built and thrown in the field was just another brick on the wall,
Yes.
another handler for the same few hands.
Yes.
That's why we thought we don't want to be handlers. We want to be new hands, but not controlling the power. We would like to be new hands to create people's power. So if we would call the new movement in a different way, we would call it like we are a Prometheus kind of party. So we are stealing the fire from the gods. We are stealing the power from the gods and we are giving the fire to the people.
Yes.
And that's not easy. That's not easy because they are very powerful. But we are here. We are here now resisting from 3 years. We are here that means that we have been passing through all the possible and the most unimaginable adversities, fights, vicious
Yes.
backstabbing fights. We have been living almost everything, but we've survived. And we are here. We are here, a reality, a political reality. And being part of this political reality means that first, you need to be idealist. Second, you need to be dedicated, committed. Third, you need to be courageous. Fourth, you need to be mature enough to understand that maybe this kind of political battle, struggle, or alignment would put in danger all your social status, financial status, career ambitions. So you are putting everything on stake. And you have to be mature enough to accept
Yes.
the costs and the damage that you might have by being part of this idea. Most of the people don't understand it because most of the people live in the matrix. Most of the people, they just don't analyze things. They live things without reflecting on things. And so the fifth thing that you have to do is you have to accept the fact that you are a thinker, which is not an easy thing in these modern times. Not just because it's an add to the thing that we are a post-communist country,
Yes.
but now we are being doubly in adversity, doubly put in a difficult position because there is this huge international, universal, uh, social, political, and cultural reality where technology has changed everything.
Yes.
So there is this rule of consumerism. Uh, People are not called to think; they are called to consume. And in a country which have been 500 years under the Ottoman Empire, then the First World War, and then the Second World War, and then 50 years of communist, severe, cruel communist dictatorship, and now 33 years of a fake uh, democracy. There are many things which make our path quite impossible. So there is a a sixth thing. You have to understand that you are walking on the unwalked path. And the seventh thing is that you have to be prepared or to be history or to make history. So there are these seven rules.
Yes.
Being part of the Vizier new movement. This is Lere. We say in Albanian Lere, Revizia Eret, new movement, being part of this, you need to know and to accept the seven rules. Without these seven rules, you'd never be able to walk the walk. You can talk the talk, but walk the walk, it's very difficult. So yes, I believe that we are not a conventional political party. We are totally different way of creating a political party because at first we have started from the scratch, from the grassroots. Uh, we haven't had any of the common symbols of or criteria of being a political party, as the word knows, a political party. So we have a very unique story as a political party, very unique story. We are an idealist group of people, uh, no power, no money, no media, only social networks, only social media, and we are built up by communication. But our communication, as it is not facilitated by the media, it's a Sisyphean
Yes.
way of communicating with people. So you can never come to the top. You need to go till the top and then go down,
Yes.
till the top and then go down, till the top, and you have to know that and you have to accept that, which is an eighth unwritten rule. So you have to know that you can grow only by communicating. So keeping the stone on your shoulders
Yes.
and climbing the mountain with the stone on your shoulders till the top, and then accept the fact that you go down again and then start again from the beginning till the top and you go down. So it's one by one. It's a long way. It's a long way, and probably it has uh, no light in the end of the tunnel. But all we know is that we have decided to be the light in the front of the tunnel. Do you agree?
Of course. All that you said was very beautiful, and actually this is what it is. If I would describe new movement with only one word, I would just say it's ineffable. Something that words don't are not enough to explain. It's an experience that you don't get to explain. It's the experience that you get to live and feel. Uh, of course, the people have to know that if they agree with the eighth rule, they are welcomed and to be part and to integrate in our political party. It's a very difficult road. All that they should know, but we have made up our minds. As you said, we have decided to be the light in front of the tunnel. We never know if we are going to make it until the other end of the tunnel, but even if we don't, let's say in the most the worst case scenario, even if we don't, we know that we have tried to do the best thing that we could. So we have tried to make a change, and the change doesn't come with the old faces. So as you said, they're political actors now that they have been in the system for 30 years, and they try to make new political parties, new movements themselves, but the change doesn't come with their own face, right? So
the change does come with all faces, of course, but the change does come with even with the handlers.
yes,
So it's a question of whether you go till the substance, till the fundamentals of the thinking. It's very easy to say, "Oh, it's a new face.
yes, but you have
It's
to
a new
know.
name."
And it's very easy actually to understand because we, as you said, we are banned from all of the media. We are not on media, and we are the only new political party who is banned. All of the other ones are in every channel. They are everywhere, and people have to ask themselves like, why am I seeing this person everywhere, and why I'm not seeing this other person? Because when they see we have every night you speak in the corner of hope for hours. So if a person has something to say, they not just something to say, but they have many things to say for hours. Like how come they are not on television? Uh, the people from the Western countries, they wouldn't understand this. They wouldn't imagine this because in their countries, media, it's like they have to inform people. That's why media exists, right? But in here, media it's corrupted. It's compromised with the political parties. It's not an instrument to inform people, but it's an instrument for the political to serve those political parties that it's attached to. That's one of the things that people from the Western countries may not understand. For example,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't be so absolutist because in this new modern era, even in the Western countries, they complain about the way the mainstream media behaves. So I wouldn't go in that direction. Uh, I would say that media here is not just mainstream. That's very easy. Media here is only an enlargement of the hands of political parties. So they just make propaganda.
yes,
So there are three offices of three main parties, and all the media as the centers of control. And in Albania, you either work for these three parties so you can have some access on the media. It's not even a question of money.
yes,
It's not even a question of donation or news or anything. It's a question whether you uh, get along with one of these three main parties.
yes,
If not, then you're out. You don't exist. So they consider you an outsider. So, so it's different. It's
yes,
different. In the West, they have this mainstream problem as well, uh, because they consider the media in the West as the feeders of news and propaganda for the powerful uh, corporates and groups of interests. So if we want to address the international friends, we have to understand the reality there. So we don't have to put uh, a low bar according to our thinking here.
yes,
So just I would say we have to be careful when we try to put our way of thinking to our international friends. So we don't need to say how they think of that or how they understand that. It's better they think it themselves.
yes,
So I would avoid that way of thinking. Uh, we just have to say the truth. The truth is this one. We are a legitimate political party competing in electoral campaign. We have been running in three uh, elections in Albania, and the media doesn't even mention our existence, which is outrageous. Uh, all we have as channels of communication is social network. But what makes us unique is the fact that we exist, we are, we communicate, we organize, we get structured every day only by this uh, social networks,
Yes.
media, social media networks. So it's amazing to see so many people in our activities, in our structures, in our events coming only from the social media, YouTube, Facebook. So if there is a part in the world's history
Yes.
being born, organized, developed, only with one mobile phone and one Facebook page, is this party in Albania. And we could say, if there is something we could say with security uh, and proudly, and proudly, we are the only party in the history of uh, politics ever in Albania for sure, but even more, even wider, that is born, organized, structured, and developed, and still existing and acting only with one mobile and one Facebook page. So this is a miracle. We exist and we are on action. And when we are on action, I would say that hope is on action. Do you agree?
I totally agree.
Okay, good. Then let's say something, dear friends, dear international friends. The International Corner is meant for you. Of course, we are publishing the International Corner all over our social networks, social media networks, channels, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, uh, X, platform X, um, because we want these communications to be archived in our social media uh, networks and channels. But we are just starting today. Uh, we decided to start on this important day for Albania. Today is 28th of November. We celebrate today 111 year of Albanians' independence. It's our national day, it's our independence day, it's our flags day. So let's start our communication together and we'll try to be English for you at least once a week, and we'll be more informative about what we do, what we think. But today was just the start. Today was just the start. So thank you very much for your patience, and hope you'll be able to follow us and get to know more about what NRA is, what the new movement is, and a little bit of political thinking about Albania and the Albanians. So anybody who would like to know more about Albania can easily search on our uh, social media channels and can hear us, can hear our voice. And we'll try to invite even other friends so we can have different point of views about Albanian politics and Albania as a nation, as a country. So thank you and God bless you. Thank you and God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Okay.